And hit it on the other one, and then we will be good. Moment. We are officially live. And before we actually get started, I do want to just page to say to everyone we're live. Okay. We are officially live, folks. Anke Ma'at Abet. Anke Ma'at to you all on the screen this morning.
Anke Ma'at. Anke Ma'at.
Ma'at. Family.
Today is going to be a special session of Dua or Heru. But before we get into explaining, let's see. Senatan is looking for the link, so let me see if I can do that for him. Second. Da, da, da.
If you can, I'm getting it in there now.
Okay, thank you. Good. Thank you. Dua. Okay, perfect. He'll be on in just a moment. This morning, again, is going to be a special session of Dua and Haru. We will get into that, but first, without proceeding, we will have our opener of the way and the elder in the room, which we have St. Curtis here on the screen, Akira Atan Sismu. We just want to know, do we have permission to start?
Yes.
Do
We
I
have
do that?
permission to start. Yes.
All right. Annette Boyer, if you would come and bring that beautiful voice. And what I'm going to do, let's all mute, because even though we do the opening of the way with her, you have to experience her sound. And when she hears that sound, I'm not sure for her, but I know for me, it kind of distracts it. And you've got to be able to hear how this beautiful sound comes out when she does the opening of the way. But we're still going to do it, but let's mute so we can hear her fully.
Uncle my family. So we are at that time when we do our most favorite ritual of the day to start our day, and that is open the way. So if you would stand with me and face the east, and you would like to have your left foot um, in front and your right foot behind slightly. You want your left arm out and your right arm back just a little, as so. And you also, just want to let your wrists not break, just bend slightly. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. And on the third breath, we're going to chant, okay? First breath in, let it out. Second breath in, and let it out. And on this last breath, we're going to take it in, and then we're going to chant the word Ankh as we're letting it out. Take your breath. Ha Nashrak in Bedhet, Nuke in Bedhet, Ha Nashrak Happy, Nuke Happy, Twau enter, turn to the right. Ha Nashrak Circuit, Nuke Circuit, Ha Nashrak Kepsanu, Nuke Kepsanu, Twau enter, turn to the right. Ha Nashrak Ast, Nuke Ast. Ha Nashrak Hamset, Nuke Hamset. Twau enter, turn to the right. Ha Nashrak Neat, Nuke Neat. Ha Nashrak Geb, Nuke Geb. Twau enter. Ha Nashrak Newt, Nuke Newt. Ha Nashrak Geb, Nuke Geb. Twau enter. Ha Nashrak Shoo, 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 Shoo. Nuke Shoo. Ha Nashrak Tefnut, 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 Nuke Tefnut. Twau enter. Ha Nashrak Paut Interu, Nuke Paut Interu. Ha Nashrak Ambu Interu, Nuke Ambu Interu. Twau enter. Twau enter. Dua, dua, dua. I said get twice. I meant to say dua mutef.
All right. We said you are what's F in the background. Right.
I was
You
like,
know, after that, that was beautiful. Never, you see what I mean? Saying it's so mesmerizing when she, it's like meditative. You know what I mean? So before we definitely want to keep it aligned with what we've been doing. So for that opening of the way, I want to say Dua, Baba Heru, Ankh Rasemat Se Pata, Ma'at Heru, opener of the way, bearer of Ma'at, custodian of the Ankh. We continue the ritual which you have brought to us in as we live this legacy. Dwau, Twau, Twau. All right. And our usual, we're going to continue in our usual, and then we'll get started with today's session. So, of course, I like to give flowers, giving our flowers to all of our ancestors, those distant and those near. Without them, we would not be. Giving flowers to all of the Netaru, giving flowers to him, Netter Intepi, the Jed Ma'at Aten Ra, also known as Intepi Jabari, who is the founder, one of the founders of the Shrine of Ma'at. Without him, we would not have been here in this union. So we do give those flowers. Always also giving flowers to one who was the initial starter or establishment of this session that we do every week. So that's him, Netter Wasiri, and of course his wife, Sinette Terror. She allowed him every week the time and the space to be with us. And prayers, we do wish his recovery and return as soon as possible. We also want to give flowers to him, Netter Ames, who's been showing up weekly, stepping in, stepping up, and providing, us with the leadership that's needed here. Of course, I want to give flowers to all of you on the panel, more than you know, actually. The folks that you see on the screen, that there's one missing, as you'll soon find out, just like all of you, but this group of people are near and dear to my heart. It is not that I love them more or less. and any one of you, but soon you'll understand the union that we have formed. Okay. Also, want to give flowers to those who have come on and shared adoration with us in the past, and we look forward to so many more. Him, Netter. Let's see, we've had Sanjeti come on. We have had our Jati from Binu from Phoenix come on, which was lovely last week. And there's so much more to unpack and to come as these sessions continue each week. With that, I don't want to speak too much and talk too much and take up much of the time. So let's go ahead and do our setting the feather so that we can get started. In setting the feather, the intention is just so that we clear the mind, the spirit, the heart, and make sure that any ifset that may be lurking in the backgrounds of us is cleared out. So we take 4 deep breaths. The first one again, just to clear the mind. And the second one to clear the spirit. The third to clear the heart. And the fourth and final, we breathe in Ma'at and exhale Ifset. And I say, I awake to live in Ma'at. I align my thoughts, words, and actions with Ma'at. May all that we do here and going forth be in Ma'at. As we are here gathered together and as we go forth in our individual paths, may it be aligned with Ma'at and the Netaru continue to guide us. All right. With that being said,
Annette Shinkai,
yes,
Sin Anton is backstage.
okay. I don't see him though. Oh, thank you. There he is. There we are. Senaton. Welcome, welcome, Uncle Ma'at Sin.
Come on.
What I would like to do, the very first thing I'd like to do, and I'm really going to be quiet after that, I would like to simply read the mission of Dua Heru so that I can give those folks who've been supporting us and watching the mission of what its purpose was intended for. So I'm just going to read that. And then I am going to pass it over to our beloved Sin Curtis. Sin Curtis is driving and on his way to a meeting, on his way to a run. So I would like him to be the first of us to go so that way he can give that time. So I'm just going to do that quickly and then I'm going to go ahead and pass it off. So here's the mission. Excuse me, of Dua Heru. Dua Heru stands for praise to the day. So Dua Heru was established by him, Netter Wasiri, and myself, Shinka, as duty of reclamation. It is a session of adoration, inspiration, love, and support for our Kemetic family. Its mission is focused and intentional: to gather in Ma'at, to give thanks, to offer praise, and to pray for those in need. It's a communal space devoted to adoration, praise, and honoring the Netaru and the upliftment and spiritual strengthening of the Kemetic family in the spirit and balance of Ma'at. It serves as a refuge where participants may gather in right relationship, to offer prayers, express gratitude, and to hold one another in compassion, encouragement, and divine alignment. This sacred session preserves a focused and intentional spirit container dedicated to adoration and care. It is not intended to function as a teaching session, instructional forum, or correctional space. While teaching, guidance, and sacred correction are essential and honored within our tradition, Dua Heru was created with a distinct and complementary purpose, one centered solely on adoration, gratitude, prayer, and communal support. Through consistent practice, Dua Heru cultivates unity, nourishes the heart, reinforces harmony within the shrine family, and sustains the living expression of reverence, devotion, and the principles of Ma'at. It stands as a sacred pillar of love, balance, and collective spiritual renewal for all who gather in this circle. Everyone here and everyone to come has a equal contribution to what's being offered here. Okay, so It's not always going to be a hymnetter or someone that we may hold in a high hierarchy, I guess, if you will. This is also open for members, and it's not just the Shrine of Ma'at. This is comedic practitioners across whoever, anybody that wants to come on and say something. If you have a family member or a friend in need of prayer and you want to come on and read something, speak from the heart, this space is for you. It is not the Shinka show. It wasn't even the Himnet or Wasirian Shinka show. Our commitment to reclamation is for our family, not just the Shrine of Ma, but before our African family, our Black family, period. So this space will be preserved for that purpose. It will always be here. All we want to do is inspire, encourage, and let you all know virtually that we truly love each and every one of you all. And as these days come, you will see different people coming on. I don't like to say presenting. It's not a show. So the followers and the numbers and things like that, I have I don't hold any regard for any of that. What I do hold regard is if at least one person walks away from here inspired, a little bit more balance, a better pep in their step for the week, because we're all going through something. And we see what's going on around us. Even if everything is flowery for you, it's not for everyone. The world is, as we can see, is in an uproar. But I hope that this session alone just provides each and every one of you who join, including myself, because it's not just for you all, it's for me too, some encouragement, some hope to keep stepping. With that, I'm going to go ahead and mute now, and I want to turn the mic over to our St. Curtis so that he can speak and say what's on his heart before he starts with his race.
All right, Uncle Mod family, Uncle Mod, and definitely an honor to be here today. I want to share my offering for today's adoration, and it comes from the Spirituality Before Religions by Professor Kaba Hiawatha Kamini, and this is on page 203, which I found this very, very enlightening and uplifting for my motivation to adhere to, internalize, and live by our 42 laws of Ma'at and the other sacred and divine rituals that I've learned through initiation and through continued study. It says, death is nothing but electromagnetic flight into the light. The light always exists. There really is no death. There is just a transition of light energy into a realm that appears unobservable by the human eye. The energy we are referring to dwells in the wide electromagnetic spectrum, and it has eternally existed. It is the spirit realm of existence of light that our souls elevate to when our physical death is experienced. The Milky Way is black, dark, and full of cosmic melanin. We will see it one day when we transition to the spirit world. We may physically die, but our energy is elevated into another plane of light in the expansive electromagnetic spectrum. When it is time to get ready, death is a joyous ride of flight into the light of the universe. However, while we are living, there is electricity in our body. The electricity is actually energy that can be displayed on multiple planes of existence. And I share and offer that, incite that, reading from Kaaba as my offering for adoration today. And with that, I will be quiet and pass on to who's next and listen to learn. Thank you. Dua, dua.
Dua, dua. Who would like to go next?
I guess I can go next. Anke Ma'at to everyone viewing. I'm Sin Jason Holmes, of course, with the Shrine of Ma'at. I guess for a brief introduction, I've been a member of the Shrine for almost 4 years now. I've been sort of attached to the Shrine for a bit longer, probably 7, 8 years or whatever, but um, I came to this journey. Actually, I found the Kemetic way of life found me actually through our brother Dr. Ray Hagins, because being originally from the St. Louis area, he was a pretty prominent figure in the, dare I say, religious community. But that is how I came into the knowledge of Kemetic spirituality. And all I really want to share today is something that was sitting on my spirit pretty much all week, but really came to a head over the last couple of days. You know, we've got a lot going on in the world with politics and entertainment and just everyday life. And what I would like to do is just encourage everyone, just don't let all the outside noise distract you. It's easy to get caught up in, as we were speaking of early, Sinesh Shinka, it's easy to get caught up in all of that outside noise with the, military action and music and just whatever. I mean, many of us, we have kids, we've got grandkids, we got family, we got all of this. Even with all of that, remain in Ma'at. And don't forget your spiritual journey, because in the end, that's going to be probably the most important thing that's going to help you get through all of this. So just stay grounded, stay rooted in your spirituality, and stay on your path. The Kepler process is ongoing. When all of the noise from the outside world dissipates, your spirit is still trotting on. So that's all I really wanted to say. Just stay on the path, stay focused. Don't let the outside noise distract you, and just love on each other and be there for each other. Ashe to that.
Dua. Sinet Oye.
Uncle my God. Peace, family. I was trying to go last. But she pushed me out there. Okay, hi everybody. My name is Sinette Oye Ka Shepsut Nefer Heru. I'm a full member, full initiate of the Shrine of Mayat, and I am now the way opener, the opener of the way. Uh, I said it right, the way opener. um, and I just want to talk on that for just a brief second, and how that came to be. And it came to be after Baba Heru had passed away. I just kept hearing him say, "It's your time to open the way," and I couldn't stop hearing him say, "It's your time to open the way." So at first I was like, I don't know what that means, because like that can mean a lot of things. It didn't necessarily have to mean opening the way literally, like doing the ceremony every day. It didn't necessarily have to mean that. I think it's more context to that. And like I'll learn that as I continue on with doing the opening of the way literally. You know what I mean? I don't just open the way here. I also do it for my sister circle and stuff. So, it's a new thing for me. It's taking me out of my comfort zone, but it's also grounding me in a sense, you know? So, I'm gonna take y'all on a journey. Y'all gonna be on a journey with the opening of the way as I'm learning it, and then I'm getting also new ideas, for it as well. And I'll be happy to share that with y'all and get y'all's insight, of course, because I wanted to make sure that it's in alignment with Maya, in alignment with Baba Heru, and things like that. So for my adoration part of this, um, today's service, I want to pull an affirmation card that I got from Infudishi at one of the um, conferences they had in New York. It was in Brooklyn. I can't remember the name of the conference, so please forgive me. But I do want to share the beautiful cards. So this is the box. I have the cards right here, and this is what the cards look like on the back. So just in case y'all wanted to hit up Infudishi, and you want to get your own set of affirmation cards, I just wanted to drop that little nugget or whatnot. And I'm grateful that he made these cards. All right, so I shuffled it just a little bit, and I'm going to pull one. Y'all ready? Ooh, ooh. All right. Hopefully y'all can see that. My lighting is not too good. But it says, I am a conduit for creativity and inspiration. And that affirmation you can take with you through the week. Remember, you are a conduit for creativity and inspiration. And with that, I'm going to yield and I'm going to pass it on to, say, Anton. Do I?
Uncle Maada, can you guys hear me? First of all, I want to thank everyone who presented before me and was able to share their testimony. I think it's important that we take into consideration the different walks that we all have to get to, the place that we're at. It's important for us to recognize again that there's more than one way for us to walk this walk and to meet the end goal. And as we see sometimes in life, it has you to cross paths with people that you may not even traditionally meet or think would be a part of your life. And those connections, I think, are important and tend to make a difference, really in where you're going in the future. And when you're able to recognize, a core group or a place where you're supposed to be, it helps you to be able to foster and grow in it. So, not to go too far, talk too long, but just a brief introduction. My name is Senaton. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a father, husband, and a hard worker, I guess, because I go to work every day. That's all I do is work and study. So my time is mostly spent on making sure that I have a clear understanding of every day. Well, I'm not gonna say a clear understanding, but I spend a lot of time daily trying to apply my comedic philosophy and principles to what I'm doing on a daily basis. And I think that's the point that I really want to try to drive home and make today, that I think that it's important as we continue to do this walk, that we continue to use the tools and the things that our ancestors have left for us in order to continue to progress and be progressive. Those things are altar work and the wisdom literature, communion with each other and things of that nature. Those things are going to be the 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 factors that are going to make us successful, not only as individuals and as a shrine. And as we continue to move forward and continue to try to progress in our studies and in our walk and with our shrine, I think one of the important things that we have to remain vigilant about is being not only committed to our comedic way of life, which is something that we've talked about in this group for some time, but it's important for us to be committed to our spiritual institution as well. And that's something that we want to try to do moving forward. I have no doubt that uh, Shrine of Ma'at members are committed to their spiritual journey, right? Committed to their progression as, uh, understanding, where we are in space and time. But I think as we continue to move forward, it's going to be important that we put some of that energy into our spiritual institution so that it can progress just like we're progressing individually, right? One of the things that we have to remember when you get to a certain place in knowledge and stuff, right? Like if when you don't know any better, you can't do. But when you know better, you have to do better, right? We were given a charge during our Heb Keperu War uh, that requires us to not only do the things in my for do the things to move in my not only for ourselves in our everyday life, but for our community as well. And so it's important again that we put a focus not only on our own personal spiritual growth, but for the growth of our institution as well. And so, as we continue to have these sessions and we bring forth other sessions and things of that nature, I'm hoping that not only will Shrine of Ma'at members be able to take advantage of that, but all the family in the diaspora. We want to put that energy into the universe so anyone who is called can find their home just like we did here in the Shrine of Ma'at. And it may not even be here in the Shrine of Ma'at, but it's our duty again to not only do better because we know better, but we've been given a charge. And I don't take that charge lightly, right? Like we are a core group of members and our shrine is in a particular place where what we do now is going to I think is going to be extremely determinative of what the future holds, not only for shrine members but I think for African Americans in this country as a whole. As like St. Jason was saying, there's so many things going on in the world, and we need to focus on what we need to be doing in order to get to the place that we need to be. A lot of times we get distracted by things that don't have any importance. And I think it's important for us not to be distracted by the distraction, right? Because a lot of times things are thrown out there to intentionally and purposely distract you. However, we want to continue to create a spaces where you can come and be able to learn the skills and tools needed to avoid those distractions. But not only be able to recognize them and then have the support from the support and the resources from the shrine in order to make it through those distractions and then to be able to make better sense of what's happening in life. And so, again, I think the most important thing that I want to be taken away from what I've said is um, let us put our focus and our intention into improving not only our uh, way of walk individually, but put put importance or put intention into our and energy into our spiritual institution, right? Because they're going to go hand in hand. In order for us to be able to continue in the ways that we need to go, we can't do it alone. We need to support. That was one of the things that brought me to the Shrine of Ma'at, right? Like you can sit here and read and stuff all day long, but uh, and one thing that people tend to say, you've heard the term or the quote that knowledge is power, but I believe that that's a misquote. I believe that applied knowledge is power, right? Like we can sit here, I can read all the books and know all the stuff, but it doesn't do me any good, right? I unless I take this knowledge and information and apply it somewhere and to make it work not only for me but for my community and everyone as well. So I think that it's important for us to make sure that we're progressively moving forward to try to strengthen not only our individual Kepler process, but the Kepler process as the of the shrine as a whole and of the community as a whole. Remember that as we think about reality, right, we understand that again, everyone is a reflection of self, right? Everyone being a reflection of yourself, uh, understand that the work that you do as an individual is the same work that we do as a group, right? And the same work that we do as a group in a shrine is going to be the same work that needs to be done in the community as a whole. So as we progress as a shrine, it's going to be important again that we continue to make these spaces so that people will have a place where they can grow and foster, and we as a community can come together as the descendants of ancient Africans. And with that, I'm a yield and pass the mic.
Do all of what all of you have said this morning is spot on. I mean, again, this space was created. We're going to address the chat too in a moment. Space was created for adoration, for communal support, and as the statement said, the mission statement said, reclamation was very important to me when that came up. That word just stuck with me. Although we may not have had many committee members, I feel a strong connection to um, making sure that people feel loved and supported in truth, not just by words, but by the actions. And although we are all in different states where we do most of what we do virtually, I always thought that when Himneter Wasiri brought up reclamation, there was something dear about it. Some will tell you, and what I'm about to say has nothing to do with me. Um, St. Curtis will say when Sinet Oye and Sinet Shinka saw me and I was sick and they came and helped me and fed me. Sinet Pam will tell you that, oh, Shinka, we've never physically met, but when my father transitioned, she was this and she was that. Well, and I get a little emotional because none of that is a show. It's not to be padded. The reward is in the doing because I was rewarded just to be able to think about that person. So when we come on here and we pray for our community and we think about Himneter Wasiri, Himneter Ames, when we think about Leslie Jackson in the chat, which is Himet Netter Wasaret, who's going through something with a limb, who just had surgery. When we think about bringing other shrine houses in to give adoration, I'm not just a crybaby, but it's sincere because if just one person felt like you noticed them, you felt something, you reached out to them because you really could see that maybe they were smiling, but inside maybe they were going through something. It's not about the details, it's about the doing. It's not even about the thank you. A thank you is not required. The reward is in the doing. And if my aunt and the Netaru leads you to do it, then do it. Call your sister, call your brother, pick up the phone. St. Jason was just telling me that he spent the day Saruj and Ma'at with folks the other day because when that spirit calls you, do it. You may not get another opportunity to do that. So when I do these things, it has nothing to do with me. It is because I truly do feel it and I truly think that reclamation is important. Sometimes outside of our own households, you need somebody to just listen, not to give you advice or direct you, but just to listen, just to be a shoulder, be an ear. And I just wanted to make sure that people are aware that that's what these are about. It's not about likes and quantity. And yeah, it's on YouTube, it's in our private page, but it's not about that. One person may watch, and from that one person watching that day, they do you realize you may have just stopped them from jumping off the ledge? Because many of us have stood there, literally and mentally. So that's what this means to me. Um, Outside of that, we're going to continue this group here. And again, not to take credit from anybody else. This group of folks that you see on this screen, including St. Curtis Jackson, who's out there running. This man, he cancer survivor, turned full circle. This man is an elder, and he's out there running a marathon, as he does all the time. I'd like to think that not I, but that the reclamation and that the support had something to do with encouraging that. And that's what we come here for. As far as spaces for teaching, those spaces should be there. It's critical to the Kemetic tradition that we learn and that we understand and that we do things in right order. But here it's a safe space and a sacred space for love and support and encouragement, sometimes even a little humor. Okay, so with that being said, I want to address the chat. We do have our Hemnetter Ames there in the chat. Want to say Anke Ma'at to you. We have, again, I'm not going
to. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, she.
Looks like we lost her.
Yeah, we lost her. Maybe she'll come back in.
Yeah.
Hopefully she knows. Hopefully she knows that we lost.
Well, we
I'm
lost
sure
the
she will.
Shinkai, but
There
there
she
she
goes.
goes.
There she
She's
is.
back.
I don't know what just happened, but again, and just
Can't hear you,
those folks, and you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay,
I can hear.
I was just addressing the folks in the chat. I'm sure you all see, and we definitely have our Melanation app there, which is our Jati, who was with us last week. We have, we had Singeric Van there. We have Cleo Ford, Anke Ma'at to you. Some folks have reached out to you all and to me, and I just want you all to know that we will continue to be here and to build and to we're not even, and one of the members, I think St. Curtis, said this isn't even a revival. This is it's a what was the word that he used, you guys?
I can't
remember what he said, but yeah, he hit it right on the nose, though. I know that.
Did he say remembering? Did he say it was a remembering?
This was a raw remembering.
Raw memory, right.
Curtis said that what we are doing is raw memory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's why I get so emotional. We have our Sin James Limba here. We have Sanjetti here on the YouTube channel. We have Urban Lotus Living on the YouTube channel. We have, let's see. Oh, that's Sanjetti there. Okay, wonderful. Again, I just want to extend the thanks and dua to all, not just here on the screen, but all of the efforts that I'm seeing. It's hard to say that someone's passing ignited something. Mm-hmm. But Bob's passing definitely ignited something. And it is spreading. Mm-hmm. Things are coming into fruition. And I think that we have a duty and an obligation to keep that fire burning.
Mm-hmm. And if I can just add to what you were saying, Sinesh and Kai, again, we want to have these spaces for study, for introspection, for to commune and meet with each other and things like that. But one thing I want to make sure that we remember and express is that these spaces are for those sort of idle things, right? When you leave this space, the work has to continue, right? Like we have to do the work, right? This is altar work, things that need to be done in the community and things of that nature. So I just want us to understand, right? Like as we, it's, and again, this is not like you said, Shanette. This is not for show. This is not for theater or anything like that. We're actually trying to build our own spiritual equity so that when it's time for us to become Ma'akeru, we have enough, right? Like we're not, like you said, this is not for likes, loves, or anything. The only likes and stuff we're trying to get is are in a doo-wop, right? Because these don't, this is arbitrary. And not that this reality isn't important, but it's about what you do in this reality that's going to make the difference, right? So again, it's not just the idle things that we do that help with our progression, but again, as we move forward, not only as a shrine, as an individual, as a whole community, we have to make sure that we're putting action behind some of these things that we do. And I'm hoping as we move into the year and progressively move and grow as a shrine, that a lot of these things are going to be brought to the forefront, and a lot more will be a lot more visible in our communities and things of that nature, so that the people who are looking for us can find us, right? Like you said, it's not for everybody, right? We're not trying to inspire everyone, because the fact of the matter is everyone will not be inspired. We're not going to inspire everyone. We're only supposed to inspire the ones who need to be inspired. Others may not be inspired, but they will always stand as an example of what's going on in our whole community, right? So with that example, we're able to see, okay, this is this place that we're at, and this is what we need to do collectively. But again, it's important for us to make sure that we do the things that we do, not for vanity, but really for, again, we're building up equity for the duat, right? And the only way you can't do that at the end, right? You can't wait till you get on your dying deathbed and give up the ghost, finna give up the ghost and then get saved, right? That's not how this works. You can't get saved at the end and expect to be all right. It's about what you do uh, throughout your whole life, and we have to remember that what we're talking about is character development, right? We're talking about, doing what you can, being having morals, values, ethics, and things of that nature, empathy for one another. These are the characteristics that are going to help you to be the best person that you can. So I don't, not to go on too long, I just want to make sure that we know and we express that we're going to have we have these things going on in the shrine, but we need to start thinking more of how we can be more visible and be more available for others who are looking for us, right? Because we know they're looking for us right now, right? We know that there's people who want to be a part of the shrine, not necessarily a part of the shrine, but a part of this way of life, and they don't understand how to make it make sense with what they're already doing, right? So I think it's important that we continue to be visible for that, so that we can start doing some of the work. And just as an example of some of the things that we're trying to do in order to keep us active, so to speak. Some of you may know that the Shemsu Heru initiation class has a reunion every year, right? This year we're going to be meeting in Detroit, and if you want to be involved, or if you have not heard any information, you can get with Sinette Pam and just follow the Shrine's private page, because she's been putting all the information there. But as we meet together and get together and have some of these interactions, right, that aren't on the internet, that are face to face and are more intimate and things like that. Some of the things that we do is we have these conversations about planning and how we can move forward and things of that nature. So uh, what we're going to try to do, and I'm going to talk to Sinette Pam, if not beginning this year, but beginning it with the next reunion, is we're going to have to put some items on the agenda for some actionable items that we can do together, right? Like if we come together and we get so much from us coming together, right? This and Sin Jason can attest, Sin Curtis, because we've met together in so many different cities and had so many different experiences, right? But if we come together, not only to edify ourselves, but we need to, when we come together, we need to start thinking about what are some of the things that we can do uh, to help strengthen our communities as a whole, right? How can we take what we've fostered here and turn it into something that can be beneficial to every person that's in the diaspora, anyone in this area who wants to be a part of what we have going on. So, again, I'm sorry for going on so long, but let's think about how, as we move forward and we get into these spaces, let's also think about how what we're doing here can help the shrine as a whole, as far as on the institutional level, but then also the entire diaspora, so that we can again begin to draw in the ones that are looking, that we're looking for each other. I won't say that they're looking for us like we're the authority, but again, we're looking for each other, to kind of help make sense of this. So with that, I yield.
I always say, when I found the Kemetic practice, I found my people, and my people was looking for me too. So our people are looking for us. We've got to be able to be seen so that they can find us. And like you said, it's not the shrine of Ma'at per se. It's not necessarily, but it is anyone who's coming out of that, Western ideology and looking for their people. We have to be available and we have to be there for them. And many of you who are here watching us today are there. Again, I mentioned Sanjeti, I mentioned Arjati, I mentioned Himet Netter Waseret, Himnetter Ames. You know what I mean? And there's so many more that we can mention, so many more to come, but we need to be available, because you guys remember how hard it was when you were looking. And it was almost like they found us while we were looking. So we have to be in balance with that, and making sure that we recognize when the search is on, because it's constant. You know what I mean? And um, dua for everyone sharing today. Dua for the chat. Singeric Van said, Myrrh, with you, and Sinatan and Shinka said, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. Huh. Now take that with, he said, I'm gonna repeat that. He said, people don't care about how much you know until they know about how much you care. Now that right there is powerful. See, powerful, and it's true, and our Jati, which is Melanation App, says it's important to give back and build. It is, and like you said, doing things that, when we do have these gatherings, doing things in the community, and that particular community in itself, what are we just gathering to celebrate each other? Are we feeding anybody that's hungry out there? Are we having any book bag drives for the children that's getting ready to go to school? Have we gone into any of the elder shelters? Have we done anything that truly, and you don't do it just for the, again, it's not, you don't hold the door for the person for them to say thank you. You hold the door because they're coming through it. So that's very important and critical, point that you made. These gatherings, we have to start doing things in the community, not just setting up booths to sell our items to each other. Yeah, we should support each other. But what are we doing for the need in that particular community, where we stand on our throne and go into their community and have our own celebration without doing anything for them? You understand? So that's touchy. When we go to these annual events, we can't just support our own little businesses. What are we giving to that community? What right do we have to be there just because we're spiritual beings? We didn't do anything for them. So I think that, yes, things are definitely, I'm excited about the route things are going. I'm excited about the building. Um, and I just want to thank you all always. Do it to all of you for even allowing me to run my mouth and express my heart with you all. Because that's basically what you all see, my heart. And I give it to you continuously. With that, I digress. I have nothing else to say. Who would like to close us out? I've talked enough.
I would just like to encourage anyone that's watching. If you at any point have something you'd like to add to this, definitely reach out to Sanet Shinka or one of us, and we can bring you on. You can. This is adoration. This is whatever is on your heart. If you feel like you have something to say, definitely reach out to us. We'll definitely bring you on.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah, definitely. At some point, we're going to be a little more public, I might say. I know right now we're kind of just on the private shrine page, but we're going to figure something out. So, because this is a public platform, this is not just for the Shrine of Mod. This is for the public. So once we get it figured out, we'll let everyone know. But yeah, we want this to be open for everyone. So that's all I wanted to add.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yes, and we are bringing back Sebaid study eventually. So just be on the lookout for it also.
And I would like to read something from the Speaking with Spirit book. It was written by Ra Sakai Arts Temple. And it's the I am and the we are. And I just feel like, based on, how the conversation flowed this morning, this is appropriate for the closing. So, the I am. I am a Kemetic African goddess. I am a brand new divinity. I am a warrior and glorious soul, and I believe in it. It is from my soul and spirit that will come the Almighty, because I become what I am thinking. I am precious. I am divine. I am love. I am free. I am luminous. I am natural and spiritual. I am full of energy. I am radiant. I am combative and militant. I am brilliant and gifted. I am courageous and determined. I am omnipotent and omniscient. I express it because all this is in me. All the knowledge, power, and strength are in me. Thanks to the knowledge, teachings, and lessons that I acquire near my ancestors, elders, my mentors, and my descendants. I express it because all Africa, Kemet, Mother Earth, is in me. I am a new Kemetic African goddess. I act with truth, humility, sincerity, and modesty. I am an absolutely unique being. I am incomparable because now I am myself. I am Oye Kai Shepsut Nefer Heru. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And you would say your name there, right? And then we go on to the we are, because it's the I am, and then it's also the we are, because we are all connected in one way, shape, form, or another, energetically, right? So we are Kemetic African goddesses and gods. We are brand new divinities. We are warrior and glorious souls. And we believe in it. It is it is from our soul and spirit that will come the Almighty, because we become what we are thinking. We are precious. We are divine. We are love. We are free. We are luminous. We are natural and spiritual. We are full of energy. We are radiant. We are combatant and militant. We are brilliant and gifted. We are courageous and determined. We are omnipotent and omniscient. We express it because all this is in us. All the knowledge, power, and strength are in us thanks to the knowledge, teachings, and lessons that we acquired near our ancestors, elders, our mentors, and our descendants. We express it because all Africa, Kemet, Mother Earth is in us. We are new Kemetic African gods and goddesses. We act with truth, humility, sincerity, and modesty. We are absolutely unique beings. We are incredible because now we are ourselves. We are and I am, and you would say your name. I am Oye Ka Shepsut Nefer Het Heru. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Dua.
Yeah, yeah. Before we close out, I do see in the chat there on YouTube, our sin, uh, Sima JL Limba. He did say to pray for his nephew. His name is Jaden. Jaden Pierce. He was in a car, hit by a car on his skateboard and fighting for his life. So I do want to say, I pray from the heart, not out of perfection or out of flowery words. So I want to say, may the Neteru protect and heal Jaden Pierce. May they stand around him. May Sekhmet raise him up out of that bed. May Emotep guide the hands of the doctors and the thoughts of the doctors so that what they do for this young man is in divine order, so they could make his limbs, all of his limbs and all of his parts, rise like Ra. May he be risen and recovered wholly, fully, without any, not just remembrance, but without anything hindering him from recovering. May he stand again, may he skate again, and may he soon testify the journey of that healing. Sin, we love you. And if there's anything that we can do to support that for you, please let us know. That's what we're here for. And the same with anybody else out there. We may not be people of perfect words, people of perfect prayers, but it's sincere. We mean that. If there's anyone out there going through something, you or your family members, your friends, let us know. So in this moment, let us all say the name Jaden Pierce together collectively on 3, guys. 1, 2, and 3. Jaden Pierce.
Jaden Pierce.
Dua Neter. Dua Neter. Thank you for that, Dua, for that, sharing that with us. And because that's exactly what we're doing here, whether it's virtual or not, we're here to raise the energy, raise the vibration. The Christians believe that when 2 or 3 come together, God is present. Where do you think that concept came from? Whether it's virtual, whether it's on the phone, when we're collectively together, we raise the Neteru, we invoke the Neteru, and the Neteru stands up for us. Sanet Kazi, Sanet Oye said, we are conduits. So let the Neteru use us for that. And with that, we will close out. I want to wish all of you a wonderful and prosperous week. Each week is going to bring something different. I don't like to tell the tale. It's not surprises. They're not, I don't even want to call folks that are coming on guests because they're not guests. They're family. Whether they're Shrine of Ma'at members, whether they're from other Kemetic houses, they are family. And I'm excited for the future because it's bringing us back together. It's really, whether it be virtual or not, we're holding strong to each other again. So please tune in next week for another surprise of a family member coming on with us. Until then, Shem Ma'at, Shimon Hotep, go forth in peace, go forth in balance. And I send you all my myrrh as always.
Shimmy
Shimmy my family.
Shema my family, go forth in peace.
Almost. Let's see. Sure. Push in. It's just moving slow. I don't know if it ended it. There we go. All right.